Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our, I don't know how many, lots and lots and lots of GIST conferences that we've done, and at least our second in this hotel. My name is Nick Puntis. I'm chairman of GCUK. I've been in that role since 2014, and just been elected to continue in that role because nobody else wanted to do it. So I've got that. Oh, thank you very much. I've got that honour to continue doing that. I'm going to hand you to Kathy, who's going to give some of the housekeeping. She's an ex-teacher, so she's the best to do this bit.
I'm not really bossy. So just some housekeeping things so that you all know what's happening today. Firstly, do feel free to get up and go to the loo if you need to. Don't sit there and think, oh, there's not a break yet and I can't go. Please feel free to move around. There's no fire drill today. If the alarm goes, we go out of these two doors and we go towards the reception, and the hotel staff will point us then in the right direction. We are filming, as you can see, and some people will be taking photos that will go on our social media. If you don't want to be filmed or you don't want to be in a photo, please let one of us with a red lanyard know. Thanks. Around the room, there are lots of bits of paper, but there are two that say any questions, and you've got some post-it notes on your table. So this is something different that I'm trialling this time. If you think of a question and you don't want to ask it, because despite being a head teacher, I'm quite shy and I don't like putting my hand up. If you think of a question, you can stick it on one of those boards, and during the day we'll try and get to them. If we don't get the answers or we don't know, I will respond to them after the meeting on social media. If there's anything you need during the day, just let us know, one of us know, and have a good day.
Thank you, Kathy. Did it much better than I would have done. Okay, so a little bit about me. I'm a patient. I was diagnosed with GIST cancer in 2010, had a 7.7 centimetre tumour removed from my stomach. They thought it was much smaller because GISTs appear in the lining, the connective tissues. We're going to hear a bit more about that from the proper expert in a minute. But they thought it was small, so they tried keyhole surgery. That took about 2.5 hours for them to realise that actually we can't do it like that. So they opened me up, so I've got a nice zip to the middle of my stomach. And they took out a tumour. Margins are clear. That's good news. That means it hasn't spread elsewhere. But the mitotic count on mine was very high, 63. Even you will probably go to that. So very high, which means the chance of it coming back was high. So they put me on imatinib for, first of all, 1 year, and then a following 2 years after that. But touch wood, it's not come back yet. So I always remain positive mental attitude. You'll hear me say that again at the end of the meeting. For me, and I believe for everybody, and maybe we'll hear that from Marion as well a bit later on, positive mental attitude is very important when you have a disease like we have. So we have the agenda for today. Dr. Serres will give us a talk about current research and update on the MDD process, multidisciplinary team, for those that don't know what that means, and he'll explain a bit more about it. Then we'll have a Q&A with Dr. Serres and a couple of other specialists. Then we'll give an update from our perspective, from GIST cancer perspective. We felt it was a good idea to let you guys know what else we do. We're all volunteers within this charity, so we wanted to let you know what we do, and particularly what we do with any donation money that we get. We do more than just stuff that costs money voluntarily, but we'll tell you a bit more about that. Then we'll have lunch, and then we've got Professor McClellan this afternoon. She's all of that. I won't read it, but she's very, very experienced. Sorry? Right, okay, Dr. Molly Scott. Okay, and then some questions to her a bit later on as well. So that's the running order and how we hope that it's going to go. Sailing the Seven Seas after at 2:45, and that's with Marion, who is one of our helpline volunteers. A lot of you may have spoken to Marion when you were first diagnosed, so you can put a face to a name. And then we're going to talk to you about where we have some gaps within our trustee board, that we are desperately looking for some more volunteers. That will come towards the end of the time. We've timed that well so that you can see what we do, and then if you think that maybe you can help, then it's the time to come to us. And then closing, hope to get away about 4:15. I've got to get away around then anyway, because I've got a train to catch down south. I live down in near Bath. So, okay, right. So I think we'll hand over now to Dr. Ceres, who, as it says up there, is a fellow at the Trustee, Dr. Lee's sarcoma team. You're going to talk about current research update and the MDT process.